Hey everybody, this is Pablo Inter, just doing another video on why Baldur's Gate is one of the greatest games of all time. We got a little distracted in the last video, though for a good reason. Hopefully we can make a bit more progress this time. I do have to apologize in advance, I don't know if you can hear it. And maybe I shouldn't say anything, but yeah, my wife, I probably shouldn't. Let's just get started.
Pablo. Pablo.
Gender, that is a portrait we will use. And now, okay. I really was hoping not to have to say anything, but this is a really big problem for me. So look at all these races they have here. You got human, elf, half, gnome, half, dwarf, half. We are missing some options here, okay? For example, where is midget? I know what you will say. You will say, but Pablo, we have midget in-game already. That is gnome, halfling, and dwarf. No, you are incorrect. Halfling is too chubby to be a midget. Dwarf is too wide and strong by definition. There's more range in midget. And then gnome is just far too tiny. So this needs to be fixed. Also, there is no Amish in the game. There is no Amish option here. Which I understand would create some game balance issues. They would not use magical equipment or items at all. So you would not get very far. You could probably cheese your way to complete the game, but by the time you get to Dragon Spear, you are totally hosed. So I understand that might explain why they excluded it, but I want to roleplay here, okay? And finally, there is no Joe Rogan. Which I understand there would be some legal, contractual, binding documentation that would need to be done up in order to get such a race into the game. But I do not see it beyond the realm of possibility. Because if you look at this list, right, you have human elf. What is half elf? It was human plus elf equals half elf. What is half orc? Well, that is clearly human meeting with a dwarf, and you get the half orc. So if you make a Joe Rogan, then you put the Amish into the game, and then you say the Joe Rogan is the result of a gnome, a halfling, and a Amish doing the mate call, engaging in that particular activity, and that is how the Joe Rogan comes into existence. I should probably backpedal a bit here, because you are correct, fan. The midget should perhaps not be included in this update I am requesting from Beamdog, because you already have the gnome, the halfling, and dwarf. That is 3 against 4 other races. And then if you bring in the Amish and the Joe Rogan character, then that is overrepresentation, which will then create something new that I would take issue with. Because that was something that really quite bothered me about the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I saw all of them, including the finale that they had divided into 2 parts, which I guess would make it a quadrilogy. There were just far too many dwarves, right? They had that one dwarf, Orlando Bloom's character, the Boromir, and they kept making jokes about throwing him around. And that, to me, that was pretty funny. That was quite unique. It gave him a character. But outside of that, it was just, there were far too many dwarves. It was over-representation. And I do not want to see this beloved game of mine end up in this. I got to go. Thank you, fan. Good.